Hello, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about keys, specifically inside of the GUI. So, what is a key, you may ask? A key is a series of words. In the case of Chia, it's 24. And this here is what allows you to access your wallet. It's tied to it, essentially. If you have 23 words, for instance, and you don't know the last one, you're not going to be able to get into the wallet, and you're not going to be able to get the funds inside of that wallet. So it is very important that you do keep this written down somewhere. But we're going to go ahead and dive into the next part, creating keys. If you are brand new to Chia, or if you make a cold wallet, which I'll cover in a video later, what you would want to do is you would want to hit where it says create a new private key. Once you click that, you're going to get this new page here that says new wallet. Once again, the following words used for your wallet backup. Without them, you will lose access to your wallet. So once again, showing you how important that is to have these. So what we would do is, typically some people sometimes take a screenshot and get it printed. Some people save it to certain websites, but I'll talk to you about that in a little bit of time here. But essentially, 1, you would write down that, and then the word erosion, 2, vacant, 3, frozen, and so forth, onto a place where you know you can have access to. Once we have this here created, what we'll do is we're going to press the next button, and then it might take a second to load depending on your machine, but we will be in the main part of the Chia GUI, ICC, phone node, wallets, plots, farm, pool, keys, settings. So that is the part with creating the keys. However, let's just say that you just got back from completely wiping like a harvester, or you got a brand new computer that you actually want to move the Chia stuff onto. Well, this is where you will hit the import. You would click on here, and then as you see, there's 24 words. So whatever order you got, you can go ahead and put those in. There's a couple ways you can put it in. One is the slow method. You can find that word, click on it, and then get it in there. Another one is you can go ahead and type it in. So for instance, like that. And then you can hit return, and then click on the next one. Or you can just partial type it in like this here, and then click, and then you can get it in that way. However, if you do type it in, you do have to be very careful. This here is very, very picky about extra spaces or items that are not supposed to be there. For instance, if I were to type an able, sometimes you might think you're typing, you put a space and then click the next one, it will mark that as incorrect, and it will throw a prompt that pretty much yells at you, hey, this here is not a valid key, and then you have to go back and re-enter all 24. So the next part after this one, you hit next, is restore metadata. I don't use this here. I don't think too many other people use this here at all, and I don't actually think there's a real use for it just yet. But you can do safe to skip right here. Obviously, it's not going to work for me since I only put in a couple of those phrase words in there. But once you click that, you'll get to the main Chia GUI again, or you can plot and hit the keys tab and so forth, and do all your stuff inside there, which I did make another video about. The next thing we're going to talk about is how to protect your keys. Your keys are extremely important, like we mentioned earlier. This here ties to your wallet. No key, no wallet, no funds. Not a fun time, especially if you have a lot in there. So what some people do is, for instance, write down on a piece of paper the 24 words, and they can shove it into some book they have in a bookshelf, and if something goes wrong, they can always refer to that. Sometimes there may be like an accident your house burns down and the book is gone, always good to make a couple copies so you could stick another one into a like fireproof safe. I would definitely try avoiding putting it on like Google Drive or any public storage data, just because some people might have malicious intent, and then they can get access to that. It probably does happen all the time that some people get their keys stolen, but it happens, and a lot of it's really up to the person with the key and how exactly they choose to treat that. Another person I know took a photo of his, printed it, destroyed the SD card, and then just put that into a safe as well as a different spot. So it works, whatever works. Um, the next thing we're going to talk about is one more thing. A lot of people just keep the Chia GUI open and the computer on, which there's really nothing wrong with that, just because you want to farm as much as possible, especially like harvesters and stuff. But you do want to pay attention if you maybe go onto like a longer trip. For instance, you may want to do something and you will have a person walking through your house, and it might not be the best just to keep everything open. There is actually a option where you can put a passphrase to protect the interface here, so I'm going to show you that here. But for instance, keep in mind here, you can see this button, you see all this stuff here as well, and we don't really want that, especially if you click right here, boom, 24 words, not safe. So what you can do is, if you're worried about it, you can go to settings here and then hit passphrase settings, set passphrase. I'm just gonna do like an example so I can show y'all, but oops, number tab was off. Okay, there we go. So there we go. There we go. And we're just gonna do that. So passphrase has been set. So if you go here, it doesn't show that it's actually implemented yet. But if you close out of here, give this here a second to close. It takes a moment. I'm in a virtual machine, so it's not really the fastest. Here we go. So if we go here now and we click here, you're going to see connecting to wallet, and boom, it asks for a passphrase. As you see, you don't see the delete keys, you don't see the import, you don't see the create new. Rather, you see this right here. But once you type that in again, unlock, it will populate with the connecting to wallet screen, and then that's where you see everything again here. So that's kind of GUI walk around with keys. We talked about what are keys, importing, creating, how to protect keys, and that should be it for this video. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and please consider liking and hitting that subscribe button so you can stay updated on Chia videos, tutorials, and troubleshooting.